All right, we are recording. Happy Wednesday, team. I hope you are all doing well. Stacy and I are really happy to share with you some news today. But before we do, we just wanted to share that today's call is all about action. And I will share, and I'm sure that Stacy could agree with me. So, Stacy challenged me to make a list of 150 people that I can connections with. Either you could word it as a connection, you could word it as a touch, that you're touching someone like, hey, how are you? How are things? Or you could even, call it an invitation because she did challenge me to invite.
Mhm.
So what I did was I went to the last post that I did, and it was a picture of my husband with my two kids and I had like 80 likes. So I grabbed 80 names from Facebook, which I typically don't work too much at Facebook, and then I went into my stories on Instagram and I chose like the rest 60 names,
Mhm.
and I made a list, and Stacy challenged me to put the names on a Google Doc,
Mhm.
and we kind of like set a timer somewhat with the time that we had allotted. And she was like, girl, all we're going to do is we're going to invite. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right. Because I'll be honest, I hadn't been really inviting, sitting down, doing a power hour lately. I've been unfocused,
Yeah.
not going to lie. There's been a lot going on just in general with the team, and other things. And so I said, okay. So we sat down, and as I started to invite, which she had a great idea about coming up with three ways of inviting. One was for the coaching, sort of. And the other two were like, hey, if you want to level your life up and, become a better version of yourself, can I give you more information? Is this something that would interest you? And then she worded another one very similar so that we wouldn't get flagged. And all she said was, we're just going to copy and paste.
Mhm.
The interesting thing, though, was it wasn't just copy paste in a cold way. Her and I were going through some of the profiles
Mhm.
of people that we didn't know or that we did,
Mhm.
and we kind of talk to each other about, okay, this doesn't sound right. An invite right now doesn't sound right to someone that I haven't talked to in a lot of years. So Stacy actually helped me articulate some of the verbiage that I was kind of like paralyzed on,
Mhm.
honestly.
Mhm.
And I said, you know what, Stacy, this is a great team call because not everybody has that ease to like just put things in writing that is gonna sound genuine. I mean, let's be honest. I get it. I am one that I kind of just write the way I think, and then things come out wrong, and then I get in trouble, right? Like
Mhm.
I've gotten in trouble in the past. So it was nice to walk through some of the scenarios. And I was like, look, Stace, she was a dolphin cheerleader with me. I haven't talked to her in a while. Like, can you kind of guide me? I just don't want to be like, hey, you want to join a boot camp? And she was like, absolutely. And she's a genius. She was like, you need to say that, you
Read the invite. Read it. Read it. Read it. You
oh,
copied it. Read it.
yeah, I just don't have it here.
It's in your other
But it
thingy
was
thing,
something
isn't
to
it?
the effect of like, I'm sure you remember how we had that team feel, that community feel when we were cheerleaders and we were empowering one another, we were encouraging one another. And this business has replaced
Mhm.
that team community feel. When I was a dolphin cheerleader with you, I'm sure that you could, sense the vibe. Is this something that you're missing in your life right now? And I felt so good sending out an invite that was more so empowering rather than just, hey, can you,
But then you also worded it too. You said, oh my God, how could I not have shared this with you? Being that we thrived in community. I'm now just in a different community and I'm thriving. Girl, I'm so sorry. I didn't even extend this to you. My bad. Can I give you some info on it? Like,
yes, it was
that's,
something, it was
yeah.
something very lighthearted, and she really just helped me, like, I can't find it now, I have to look for it, but it was very lighthearted, and she was just like, you got to remind them that this is not just invite to a boot camp. This is the how it helps you in so many areas of your life. Anyway, long story short, it felt really good, and I
Yep.
was able to get through about 16 invites. And guys, 2 were like, yes, send me info. One ended up with a share cart out, and the other one was like, I have COVID, but let's talk as soon as I'm done.
Yeah.
Is my screen blinking? Is it me?
I don't think so. The cool thing about, power hours, when we lean in, you guys, and we do it together, even though we might be sitting here like quietly, like working independently, it's those moments where like Suzette's looking at her screen and she's like, that doesn't feel good. And she, unmutes and she goes, Stace, okay, here's what I'm looking at right now. I got this girl. She's this, she's that, but boom. What would you say? And then I tell her what I think. And everything that I think she saw me do with Suzette the other night was everything is so lighthearted. Like I boomerang it back to them. And we talked about too last night. Invites have layers. Invites are so layery. Like we get so nervous to invite, but sometimes an invite isn't an invite. Sometimes these people like on this list, an invite to me, it's either going to be, they're going to ghost me, but ghosting doesn't necessarily mean ghosting. When I invite you, you know what I want? Come look at me. This is what I want. Come here, right? So you better make sure, or I'm saying this to myself, Stacey, you better make sure you've done your posting, you're telling a story, you got a transformation, you're sharing your life, because I want you, come here, come look at me. That's all I want. Come here, let's go. I don't know what they're creeping on, right? I don't know if they're creeping my stories. I don't know if they're creeping a post, because not everybody likes and comments, but everybody sees, and everybody can hit the search bar, and none of us know who's doing it. And the sad part is that we can get into our heads and think that, and I want, you have to write this line down. Don't take this the wrong way. Ready? You have to write this down when you start thinking negatively about this business. You have to write this down and read it. You're not that special. Because when you think to yourself, my therapist taught me this years ago. I was in therapy for 13 years after my father had passed away. And I was making everything about me. And she was like, Stacey, please, like, and I was like, you're so mean. And she goes, no, you're just not that special. It's not always about you. Yes. What's that?
And I will say this, I know that I got through 16 invites. They felt great and they felt very authentic, and it wouldn't have felt the same if she hadn't helped me.
Yeah.
Point is that I said we got to do a team call, because I'm sure that a lot of our girls are struggling with inviting. And I love the way she said that word. Girlfriend, thanks for showing love on my post. I'm boomeranging it back to you. I hope you're having a good day. How are things going for you? My like I want to just my heart explodes with telling you, like, how am I not going to invite you to something that has really helped me level up? Forget the business. It's helped me level up in my marriage. It's helped me level up with friendships and experiences and enrichments. And those are the things that I was like, this feels right. This feels good. And when I saw that one girl was like, yes, give me more info, and another one was like, send me the link, I was like, damn, this is good stuff. So we wanted to do that today together, so that if you feel awkward sending invites, today's the day where you could actually just say, this is a girl, this is the situation, how would you word it, and kind of just brainstorm.
It really helps when we all lean into all that, because the deal is this, like, I told, like, the word is boomerang, right? Like, I give it back. And sometimes when people don't respond back to me, I'll go, oh my God, girl, like, eek, am I bugging you? Because I don't want to be one of those pestering people that invites all the time. I just think your vibe is awesome and you're a girl and I just don't leave people behind. Give me a holler. Like, I think if the secret is this, if you're nervous to invite, keep inviting, because you're going to get to a point where I told Susie, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I know I'm not doing anything intentionally mean or trying to sell you or whatever. And then I told Susie something funny too. I said, anytime Diesel Nation or us has a flash sale or a push to whatever, I never do good. I don't even get a challenge pack from flash sales ever, because to me, it's too, like, I think I present too salesy. And even some people, they do great on flash sales. They want the extra raffle ticket and they want, and it's great, but I never do well on those. So I just don't do them. And I don't care. Like, I can give them a prize, I can raffle my heart to them. And so I don't really engage in the flash sales that much. I don't really hype them up because I don't produce anything. I produce real. When I produce real, like, you just gotta lean in. That's all we're gonna say. Lean in when you got questions and you got somebody, before you respond back, like, pause and be like, dude, I don't know how to say it. And then let us shout it out, because then we can all learn. And then you're gonna learn the art of speaking, because tomato is not tomato for everybody. It's just not. It never will be, and it shouldn't be. Everybody responds and hears differently. And a lot of times, my love language with a lot of people is bold. Bold love. That's what I call it. Bold love. And I'll be like, girl, like, I get to a point like, girl, I think you need to do this. Stop wasting time. Like, I'm not just somebody trying to sell you a challenge pack. And I say it with my voice. Listen, this shit saved my life. And I don't hold back my language. Like, this is me. Because here's the other thing too. Coaching is your therapeutic tool to change your life. Everybody here on this call. You're not a coach to make money. You're a coach because you realize you do level up more as a human being, as a wife, as a mom, as just a human. So I share that too, right away too. And you should also think about working the business. You know why? Because it saved my life. That's how I present it from here on out. Because I'm like, why am I not saying that? Why am I not saying that? Because you know why? Fear is a MFer, and I have to let it go. So food for thought,
Yeah, and it's funny because Stacy's so bold that somebody wrote to her, hey, how do I get rid of my double chin? And Stacy goes, buy a starter kit. She is bold AF.
She asked me,
like, yeah, you should buy a damn starter kit.
She asked me, she goes, what's an exercise to get rid of my double chin? Now, here's me typing on my computer. The fuck was that? Like, that's what I said. I was like, the fuck? And then I voice messaged her on Messenger and Facebook, and I go, get a starter pack. That's what I got for you. Tomorrow would be cool.
I got two. Let me know. So it's funny because we laughed in the middle of us inviting with scenarios, and it was very helpful. So that is the goal of tonight. So with all of that being said, before we go right into action, because we want to give like a good solid hour to that if you want, and if not, again, you guys can log off. You are the CEO of your business, and that's up to you. For me, I agree with Stacy. Coaching helps us level up, but it's also, it's a tool that if you find the joy in the journey, you do notice that it's about who you become. Coaching is all about who you become and who you surround yourself with. Because when you're surrounding yourself with women who want to develop themselves as leaders and all that, it really is about who you become. So with that being said, we want to go straight into the announcement. And bottom line is that it is very exciting for us because, Stacy and I have noticed that when you partner up with someone that you feel connection, you're able to really just kind of like fly. And that was why I named my team Soaring Together Successfully, because when I felt that I was partnering up with my team, I felt that I could literally soar. It was almost like if I let go of all the fear, right? About the business, but about life in general. I knew, and I still know that I have you girls. I have you girls as like my army, right? Like I know you girls got my back. So when Stacy and I partnered up and we decided to do the challenge group together, and we've been doing the sneak peeks together, and we've been doing the new coach calls together, we felt that the right thing to do next is to partner up and just open up a brand new team page and unite us all. And that is very exciting. At least it is to me, because I am going to be honest. I feel that my team page has plateaued. I feel that not a lot of people are providing value or engagement. And I feel that my voice is unheard. I really do. I feel that in my team page, my voice is unheard because I post things and hardly anyone writes back. And I see people are watching, but they don't take the time to click like or say, Susie, I got you, girl, or a little emoji. And it's not to make anybody feel bad. I just think that we need better energy. And so when Stacy said, girl, let's just unite our team pages. And instead of feeling like if we're all divided to a certain degree because, Team Believe Nation and We Soar Together and Diesel Nation and TTT, and that's fine. We have to keep that for the friendly competition. But in the end, we are one team, one dream. We are all under Diesel Nation. And so we felt when she said, like, let's just join forces, I was like, you know what, Stace, let's just do it. Because in the end, we are doing everything together. We are basically doing everything regarding the business, but we're also living life together. Because when she hurts, I hurt. When I hurt, she hurts. I feel like if I already know her daughter, Kiki, who does a fashion show for me every night, and my kids come in and say goodnight and give me kisses, and Stacy's like, hey dude, you're not gonna say bye to me. I mean, it's just, we're just gonna make it one thing, because I feel that in the team page, Stacy and I are providing value, and we want it to be where people that are there are going to be leaders just like us. We want it to be people that I can get a hand here and get a hand here, and that we're doing it side by side. I am not above anybody, she is not above anybody, and no one's beneath us. It doesn't matter what leg you're on or what it is. We are all wing girls. We are all one linear, like business line, right? And so, with that being said, we wanted to share that with you tonight. I think it's going to be very exciting. We're going to join forces. We're going to pour all our energy into the team page. Anyone can go live. Stacey's going to go live. I'm going to go live. And it's just going to be one big happy family. And I think it's going to be really special because we're never going to feel alone. We're never going to feel alone. When I am not there, she's there. When she's not there, other people are there. Stacey has a kick-ass team. We're in our challenge group. Stacey's people are constantly posting. Stacey's people are constantly adding value or posting their meditations. She had a girl go live today and say, here I am leaning in, having a roughest day. I have a special needs daughter. She's in the hospital. I want to eat my pantry and I need you girls. Like, not for nothing, but a lot of my girls don't do that. And I don't know what more to do. So as much as, again, this is not to make anybody feel bad. I think it's just going to be value for all of us to, feel like if we are more united. And who wants to partake, great. And if you don't, that's okay too. It's all good. But we do want to love on you. We do want you to lean in, and we do want to provide amazing experiences. Stacy and I are already talking about future retreats, having a girls' weekend, doing things together. I'm thinking something here in my house for the fall. For sure, that's going to be unlocked. I know, yes, Stace and I are trying to come up with something where maybe I could go visit her in Maryland. So we're brainstorming, but we've got to link arms, girls, and that's going to happen in the team page. I really believe it. I don't know if you saw my live yesterday, but I cried. I shared my heart because I think that people forget that this is just not about income. This is about really joining forces to be sisters in business, sisters in life, sisters when we don't know where to go. This is the place. And so, with that being said, that's what I could share from my heart. Stace, I'll pass it on to you so you could share your words regarding the team page, the unity. I'm honored to do this business with you all. And after that, let's hustle, guys, because that's what we're here for. We're here to be the light, to carry on this beautiful mission, and to provide hope, guys. And that's why I'm here, sacrificing my time with my family, from my family, just like you girls are. But that's the goal from now on, is to be here, to just be that light, and to be, just, those mommies who are silently suffering. Those are the people I want to help.
Yep. And it's crazy because, like, simultaneously too, Suzette and I, and you guys will experience this too. So I think we should just really open everything up and be as open and as real and not hold back, because we don't want our team to ever have a filter, it was hard for Suzette and both Suzette and I. We were both running team pages and we felt like we were alone. There was no engagement. We could see it said seen by everyone, but there was like nothing. And it weighs on you. I mean, how could it not, right? How could it not weigh on you? And rather than saying like, well, this isn't working, it was, where do we need to adjust the sail? You know, where do we need to adjust the sail? And something that screamed at us in March was the power of all of us together. And I think sometimes when we leave these live events, we forget that. We forget very quickly that under one house was multiple teams, but it was one house united. And then we go back and we go back to these separate little team pages and we feel alone again. So it was such a clue phone to pick up on when I came back. And I was like, we should not be doing this alone. Why are we separating? Like, it makes no sense, because Suzette for me is the yin to my yang. Like, if I'm not feeling good, she makes me feel better. When Suzette was vulnerable yesterday and emotional, I was right there with her. She went live and was vulnerable on your all's team page, that while I was driving, I had my phone docked up and I said, when I came back to my hair salon, I said, I was with you the whole time. And I text her on her phone, I was with you the whole time. You did great. We want to cultivate that kind of a campfire. That is the example of it. You see that feeling you get when I say that story? It's like, oh my God, that was so sweet that you did that, right? Like, it was so sweet that you text her. That's our team. Like, that's it. It was like, I'm with you the whole time. And she's in Florida and I'm in Maryland, but I literally, like, I'm driving to work and I have it mounted to, my car thing. And I have her on speakerphone in my minivan and I can hear her. And I'm driving and I'm like, she has no idea that all the way in Maryland, I am right there with her live. And she's just vulnerable, but it was beautiful, because vulnerability is this business. And then saying to that other person, I was with you. That was awesome. And then her messaging me back, thank you so much. Like, you have no idea, and we messaged the other morning, like, hey, do you want to work out 10:30? Okay, cool. Or whatever. And we laugh when we do invites. And what we want is for all of us to start leaning in. We will not create hand holders. The reason why is because we want to be the leader and the hero and the voice to our story. So we have to be that representation, and we have to do that. So you can do that, so we can combine and share within that. Does that make sense? Like, we have to all do that, but we have to do it together, right? So that's like the biggest thing in the world. And so, I mean, here's our picture, you guys, but there are, I don't know, there's probably 7 teams sitting at this one circle. There's 7 teams. And I will tell you this, I'm not even part of like Diesel Nation. My coach, Danielle McKean, and I've had I don't know where my coaches are. They got things going on. And I took a leap of faith 3 days before this event, and I reached out to Christina Delgado and I said, I deserve to be there. Let me in. She's like, let's go. I knew I needed to be part of that family. I belong in that environment. You belong in that environment. We belong in that environment. But the way we do it is the word we. And I love that, because there's no I in team. And I always remember that. There's no I in the word team. So I know last year Suzette hit a big goal, but I also know she did it by herself. And she's proud of that. But I think she would be more proud if it was a we. And so there's just a lot of layers, you guys. We're humans too. And, we sit here and we have other jobs. I'm a hairstylist and she substitute teaches and she's at home with her kids, and you guys have jobs too. But This literally is the therapeutic tool to save your life. If you look at it that way, if you look at this business with this tracker, it's not a tracker. It checks, it makes you a better human. So take your coaching business as a therapeutic tool to heal and spread mad love. That's what we want for you. Because I know if I was a doctor, and I told Suzette this, if I was that doctor and you came to see me and you're like, Doc, I'm down in the dumps. I'm foggy. I have anxiety. My life is just a lot. It's hard. It's really hard. If the doctor wrote a prescription and said, okay, Jackie, I hear you. I'm going to give you this Team Beachbody business activity tracker. I'm going to give you a team page. You're first going to look like, what the fuck? Like, I thought you were going to give me something else, right? Like the quick fix, right? But if I was that doctor and I said, I'm going to give you a tracker and I'm going to give you a community and I'm going to give you nutrition and I'm going to give you a BOD program and I'm going to give you an opportunity to make money. I want to see you in 6 months. And I think your life is going to change. Will you lean into it? Girl, you would grab that prescription and go fill it at your local pharmacy as fast as possible. Because all of a sudden you place value and they must know the answers because they wear a doctor's jacket. But don't be fooled because they take off the jacket and they are standing right next to you, picking out the apples and the strawberries and the bananas in the produce section. Write your own prescription for your life in here. Write it and then trust it and go after it. Every single person in this picture that you guys see literally was brought from social media. I didn't know one soul from social media, unless it was from social media. Not one, not a one. And the picture in the middle was kind of funny because we didn't even say like, hey, let's just hold hands and unite. It just organically happens. It's a beautiful process when you just surrender and let go. So I'm excited that we're leaning in together. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be electric. And the big thing about our call tonight too is remember, you are a voice too. You are the leader. You are the hero. You are the voice to your story. We are now in a level the life up campfire. But we all got to do the work. We all just have to do the work so we can unite and have those pictures like everybody else and have those moments. So I'm excited and I hope you guys are too. I feel really good. I feel very grounded from this change. I feel promised. I feel hopeful. And I also think that Suzette and I took a shift and matured up in our mentorship. I think we grew from, I guess in a way, we kind of had a little bit of a pity party. We did, but I said, let's just lean into it. So we had our pity party and we woe is me. And then we said, okay, let's create the solution. So here we are. So it is the end of the month, you guys. It is 9:30 and we want to do some hustle with you for about an hour. If you'd like to sit here with us. And if not, that's okay. You can hop off, but we want you to know that we're in the trenches with you. We want to create momentum either for you to hit your Success Club goal before, Saturday, or it's going to create a lot of good momentum for the month of May. So everything that you do is in the name of moving your business forward. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to comment or piggyback on kind of what you feel or anything's on your heart? And if not, we're just going to get rocking and rolling and like jam out with these invites here. Jackie?
Okay, I don't know that I can say because it's my first night off. I work nights, so I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Wednesday's my night with hubby, but Suzette asked me, she's like, if we were gonna change our call from Monday, what's a night you could be there? And it was Wednesday. So I had to make sure I was here and I would not miss it. So, but he is texting me from the other room. He's like, so like, what's good? So anyhow, I just want to elaborate really quick because I had a rough day. I do belong to another MLM. And I love both of the MLMs that I belong to. I've been with Beachbody for umpteen years. It's probably been 10 or 11 years. I have been the highest of high, I've been the lowest of low. And it feeds my heart when it's done right. So that's why I can't let it go. And the second MLM I'm in partners up with it. And who doesn't want to look cute in their workout clothes? Anyhow, I had a kick in the belly today from some friends. And it was funny, after I talked to Suzette, she's like, girl, you know, it sucks that it happened, but your friends probably didn't realize that what they did even affected you the way that it did. And she was so right, because how many times, you know, do negative things happen in your head that people don't realize, you know, they were the reason to cause that. Anyhow, all that's going on in the world right now hurts my heart. And I'm doing the best I can to rise above it, to be a good person, and to know that in the end, everything's going to be okay. And I thought about it in the strangest way, and it came to me. It was like, all right, what do I love the most besides working out and my clothes? And it's coffee, right? I love coffee. I drink coffee 3 to 5 times a day. Like, it's probably not healthy, but I drink black coffee, so it's not loaded with stuff, but I love coffee. I love different flavor coffees. I get coffee from the center of town. I get coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and I get coffee from Starbucks, right? When I go to the center of town, Dunkin' Donuts isn't like writing about how bad their day is because Jackie went to N&J's to get her coffee. And then when I decide that I'm going to go to Starbucks because it's closer to me, Dunkin's and N&J's aren't having a pity party because Jackie went to Starbucks. Like, I have to stop. Like you said, it's not all about you. It's not all about me. It's not all about me. There's a gazillion Beachbody coaches, and the people that want to work with me are going to work with me. There's going to be a gazillion people selling the clothes that I'm selling. And if they want to buy them from somebody else, I can't kick myself for that. Why? Like, and having this community, having you girls to be able to come to talk about that makes all the world, because I was instantly deflated. Like, I woke up, I was feeling so good, even though I didn't sleep very well, and that automatically makes for a bad day. But I was like up, I was good. I was sitting outside. It was sunny here in Massachusetts. It was 70. I put my oil on. I was sitting outside enjoying the sun. I had my book from Susie. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have a great day. And I'm getting ready and I'm setting up my next challenge group. And all of a sudden I just scroll through and I see that in my newsfeed. And it was literally like I was punched in the gut, and it stopped me in my tracks. And I cried. It ruined like a good chunk of my day. And then it got me thinking on sad things. And I'm like, stop.
Yeah, it's not about you.
Dick's doesn't get mad when Marshall sells like the Nike clothes for cheaper. Like,
No,
stop. We went for the Duck Tours in Boston. I think we counted 17 Dunkin' Donuts in the matter of a 5-minute duck boat tour.
Oh, wow.
Okay. 17 different Dunkin' Donuts, and they're all busy and they're all successful. It's not about me.
And you know what, Jackie, I think that, and Suzette, I mean, we're being open and honest here. That just might be why our teams haven't thrived. Because maybe each and every one of us subconsciously makes it about us, our own selves, and we get defensive and we get like, I do this and I do that and da 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 da. And that just might, and I'm going to be honest with me, I do that. Okay. And I think that might be other coaches in our team. And what a great way to kind of open it up and say, do you do this? Do you do this? And it could be so ingrained in us that we don't even realize it. Because I can tell you, for me as a child, that was a defense mechanism to feel protected by like just certain things as I grew up. Like, you can't hurt me. Oh, I don't know that. Like, you know, like I just did that as a child. And it's funny because, again, this business will make you see things in your life. That's why I think coaching is a tool to heal and unwire and rewire and see things. But maybe there's just something being said with that. Like, when I say it's not about you, what if we don't even know all of our coaches are making it about themselves? And that's why they don't lean in. And that's why they don't engage. And that's why they don't try hard enough. And that's why they don't, like, this might be a bigger call that we have to do. So if we need to get like a get real kind of a call, that just might be it. So I love that you chimed in on that and piggybacked on that, because once we let go of it's not all about me, that's when the heart can come more. Because you don't work off of being defensive. You don't work off of anger. You don't work off of woe is me. Those stories don't help us. They stagnate us. And then we can never come from our heart. So that's again, like this is like, look how great this call is serving us right now. We haven't done one fucking invite, but it's like, it doesn't matter. But look how lighthearted we all are. Look at the smiles. Look at the, like the ease in the shoulders. Like you're comfortably sitting in your chair. There's something to be said with that. And I think we need to make sure all of our coaches, like, do you make it about you? Because I bet you they don't even know they're doing it. We have to call light to it, because then that's where the light shines and that's where we heal and that's where the real stuff comes through. So Jackie, I love that you said that, because there's a million things. It's not me. It's not the Dunkin' Donuts. They don't care, because guess what they do? They keep going.
Yeah, Jackie, I want to say thank you for pitching in. You know, I love when you take over like that, girl. Like, I love it. I love to hear, you know, what you have to say. I love your heart. I love your perspective. It grows me. Mm-hmm. There's things, Jackie, that you say that I'm like, why didn't I think of that? And you don't know how valuable you are. I wish you could see yourself through my eyes, and I'm not going to get emotional, but it's true. Like, if we could take off with that analogy of Dunkin' Donuts, she's right. There's millions and they're all successful. We are just making this about us. Why can't we just lean in and just do the work and find joy and find the joy? And who we help. And if we make the income, fabulous. But in the end, it's about the people that we're becoming, and we're sharing our hearts together, and we're fighting through the good and the bad. You know, we're in it together. So I know you got to go, Jackie. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And just know I love you. We'll chat, but thanks for being a part of tonight.
I love you too, and I'm happy to be here. I'll be here next week. He just was listening to you, obviously you saw, and he walked away and he goes, "That's what I tell you," because he tells me all the time. Like, I told you before what happened, but he got his job back. So he's still working his job and he's still doing his own thing. So like everything is fine on that end. But anyhow, I don't need to be a Beachbody coach for the income that it is bringing me, could bring me, would bring me, should bring me. I don't need that. When I first started as a Beachbody coach, that's why I did it, because I wanted to bring income into this family when we didn't have a lot. And I was just a bartender. And I say just a bartender, but I worked very hard as a bartender for a very long time. But anyhow, at this current point in time, I work a full-time job. I make a very good-ish income. I have health benefits. I have a 401k that I never had as a bartender. Like, I don't need Beachbody, and maybe that's why it's a little bit harder for me to push on the days when it doesn't feel good for me, and in both of my extra things. And I said that to my husband tonight. I said that the two extra things that I'm doing bring me joy to my heart. Like, I feed off of the feeling of helping somebody working out and feeling good in their own body, or putting on an outfit and feeling good when they're working out. Like, that's what feeds my soul. So maybe it's because I don't need that income drive that it's not pushing me. So maybe I have to find what it is. But he said it to me, you know, he's like, Jackie, he's like, if doing what you do to the point you're doing it fills your heart, he goes, why do you have to stress yourself to push harder if it's not bringing you joy once you push over that level? And I think that that's kind of where I'm struggling, because like I said, you know, Stacey, you may not know how long I've been doing this or how deep I got into this before. I was with a whole nother team that I forfeited for the 6 months because Susie connected with me. I never met her. I met her on Instagram and I watched her for probably 2 to 3 years before I even said hello to her. Like, but something about me and my journey was like, this girl and you are going to do things. And I stuck with that. And my upline was toxic. I had my upline taking coaches of mine, like customers of mine, and signing them up as coaches. And if that deflated me more than anything, but I still wouldn't give up because I knew the ability that I had in this business. And he says to me all the time, he's like, why do you put so much stress on your heart if it's not bringing you joy once you get outside of that level? So I think that that's kind of where I'm struggling with, is because the minute any of it feels icky to me, I stop and I walk away from it. And because I get to a position or a spot, I'm going to have to go because she's going to keep barking at me now. She likes her attention like my kids. But as I get stuck in that point where the minute it feels icky, I stop it.
Do you do that in general though, with everything? Like in general, like if it feels icky, are you like, boop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, okay, real quick. I know you're recording and I know you're going to.
Whatever.
All right. So when I was a senior in high school, my goal, my whole entire life was to be a hairdresser. And that's why it's so funny that Stacy is here and she is what she is and she does what she does.
Yeah.
My whole life, that was my goal. My hairdresser at the time, I used to babysit her daughter. She paid for like my deposit to go to hair school after I graduated. And so when I was graduating in June, my hair school, my semester started in September. I got pregnant my senior year in high school. So I said, all right, well, now plans change. So let me get to school as fast as I can so that I can finish as fast as I can. So I graduated in June. I started hair school in July. I went to school every day. Right, maybe 3 months before I was ready to give birth, I started having really high blood pressure, and I had health issues that they put me on bed rest. So fast forward, I had my son, I had even more health issues. Everything was okay. I had him, blah, 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 blah. I went back to school. I went back at night because that was what worked. As I went back, they started getting rid of the night programs. So we had to be like, there was only 2 of us left that were going at night. So they're like, we can't stay open for the 2 of you. We need you to come during the day. We'll work with you. We know you have kids, and I couldn't make it work. I had 130 hours out of 1,000 to finish, and I dropped out. And like, that was kind of like the beginning.
Oh, like I know those hours. They're so
I knew you would get it.
It's
kind of like the beginning of the end for me, is I get so excited and I start things and I think I'm going to do great. And the minute I start to do great in them, I pull away. I'm in math. I'm taking college classes right now because I'd like to get my tech degree so that I can move up in the current job that I have as well. And I didn't have time to do the accelerated math program, and I dropped the ball, and I'm failing, and I accidentally got withdrawn from the class, and I was so heartbroken. And now they're like, oh, it was an accident, you're back in. So now I still haven't taken a test, and I have to take 4 tests, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but I got to do it. And and I have these 3 teenagers in my house that are watching me, and I have to be the mom and say, this is how you do it. And you don't do this, and you don't procrastinate, and da, 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 da. And then here I am struggling and failing. And it's like,
but you know what, Jackie, take this and let it just like, let me plant a seed in you for a minute. Maybe, I don't know how hard you engage in this business. It doesn't matter, right? Whether you go like this and that, and we do this and that with the business. Have you ever thought for like 5 seconds that the universe is saying, if you lean all into this, this is what's going to make you a better Jackie. This is going to make you be the mom that is not the person. Like, I'm not saying you are, but like, I was a liar to my children. I was a liar, right? What do I mean by being a liar? Go to bed, brush your teeth twice a day, floss, mouthwash. Stacy doesn't brush her teeth twice a day. Stacy doesn't floss twice a day. I realized in that moment that the business opportunity was a gift into not making money. So maybe Jackie, and I'm not driven in this business by income, but I'm driven because it's building me from a wishbone to a backbone, and it makes me proud. I take more care of myself. I take less care of them, because when they see me, they hear me more with their eyes and their ears, and they're becoming the organic version that I've always wanted them to be, because I'm gifting them the vulnerability of what it takes to grow and the hard times in it too, built on a Beachbody tracker. I know that sounds weird, but let that marinate, because that's all I know. This is all I know. And I had the love language with you with the hairdressing, and I understand you and I get it. Those hours are brutal, and God, they just, there's a lot. I think there should be a PhD when you become a hairdresser. Like, you have to learn every organ and every cell of the body. No shit. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, I just want to do a blow dry. Like, I didn't know I'd do all this.
Let me
But
do
the world, but what I want you to know is, maybe the pulling, the tug of war that you have is because you know that if you go all into this, you go all into you, and it scares the shit out of you. Just
I agree.
marinate on that, because it scares the shit out of me. And so, but if it scares me and it scares you and it scares Melissa, and I know it scares Suzette, that's why we lean in together, because of those reasons. So just like, let it sit in your body tonight, the week, the month. I don't think anything needs to be said, but let it just let it.
I
Let
agree.
it go with itself.
I think Jackie, I'll let you go with that. I think fear is absolutely what's holding you back, baby.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just, if you were to just say, I mean, I see the emotion in your face, Jackie. I see it. I see
We'll
it.
talk later.
And at the end of the day, I just wish that it's not so much for what you'll give to the team, is the gift, the liberating gift that I think you'll give yourself. So I'll leave you with that, babe.
Yeah. I think just marinate on that, because that's how I see it. That's how I see it. And it's literally saved me. And I have never, once I leaned into that vulnerability, I've never at this point looked at my daughter and go, God, I hope she's nothing like me. How could I disrespect myself in this one life that I have? That's so disrespectful. I need her to see how I rise and fall. She needs to see me cry in a workout. She needs to see me go ballistic. She needs to see everything. Why would I hide that? My mom hid everything. And you know what it taught me growing up? I hid everything. And I became a very defensive little girl. And when shit was going around me, you bet that I was the girl that was like this. Oh, no, Marva, it's all good here. Because I was embarrassed of what you were going to see. This tracker will save your life. I know you have more to your story, but I want to plant that seed in you. Maybe that's why you do it. So what I'm offering is, take it to a level deeper than what people normally do in this business. Go 5 layers deeper. Don't go surface level anymore. Like that's surface level. You're deeper. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your body position. I can see it in your body language. There's a tingle tug moment that I can feel with you. I can feel it with you. So just marinate on the possibility of, what if the business was for that? And when you make the income and you make the rank advancements, you know what I see them as? I'm deepening me. I'm not a star diamond. I'm not making money like those. Yes, I love them. Thank you. Love it. Who doesn't love income? Let's be real. Okay. But what I love is, with each rank advancement and each SC point, I'm growing me. So I'm using it differently. Not everybody in this network thinks this way. And one day I'm going to be on the wake up call sharing this shit, because people will understand it. And when they understand it, they will just do it. This will put a lot of therapists out of business if people can grasp this concept. You are in charge of your prescription pad. Write it. You know, I love it.
Mm.
I think this call was way more than we expected, and I love it. I love it.
I know.
Oh, I wish I could hug you.
How cute
Maybe
is that?
blow dry your hair. Oh, Jackie.
Oh,
She's a good soul.
she's a great soul. And Juliana just made it even more special.
She
She
leaned
did.
into her.
She
If
did.
that wasn't, listen to me, Jackie. If you and I were hairdressers and you're telling me things and then your daughter leans into you, if that is not the universe or whatever you believe in saying, yes, yes,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is, but I think we just got confirmation that the universe was hugging you on that one with your
Yeah.
baby. I do. Take it this way. And I love how vulnerable you are because it makes me so proud to lean in with you. No, don't, no. We don't say sorry anymore.
At
No,
all. At all. At all.
No. I'm
At all.
sorry. I'm so thankful that touched you. I'm so thankful it got to Jackie's soul.
Yeah.
That's what coaching is, y'all. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I wish I could jump into the screen and like get on your lap and just,
Yeah. And just
grab her.
caress you.
Like just
Jackie, come here, baby.
Yeah. I think tonight you are going to wake up tomorrow and see this business differently. And let that grow. Let that grow. Go from there. Go from there.
And you know, and I'll just, you know, say this as well, because I feel bad that you're still on. I know you gotta go, but you know, I admire Stacy a lot because her father committed suicide and she's a business owner. Stacy has no business being here. The girl makes great money. She's a business owner. She could be with her family right now. And it tells me so much about who she is to be here when income is not driving her either right now. It's nice, like she said, but that's not the drive, you know? And I just, you know, I respect that so much because when, like, I see the business beyond that. I see that people that are here is because they want to grow themselves. It's not at all about what it is. You know, it's not about me. It's not about the income. It's about who you really want to become and who you want to do life with.
But when you rank advance, though, that is you growing deeper.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you have to have those goals, right? You have to have, like, we have the business goals, but what if your business goals were the deepening goals for you? Like use it as that byproduct, right? Yeah. So I think it's great. And you have a good person on your team with that, Miss Jackie and that Miss Melissa.
Yeah.
Might I add over there, my lamb. You know, so you guys, like, I think it's going to be a beautiful thing when we wake up into May and we combined and we sync up. Oh, my daughter has that outfit. That's your pajamas, isn't it? I love it.
Cute.
There's also one in blue. There's another one in blue. And Kiki.
Look at Kiki. Okay, can we take a picture?
Can we talk really quick for a second?
Yeah.
That she cut her own hair.
Well, she's your daughter, duh.
Because she said, I want to cut off my dead ends. So I said, okay, look it.
Not too shabby, girl. I mean,
What?
that size of,
Don't tell her that. No,
I mean, she's following in your footsteps.
I said this much, and it was done. It was this much. Okay. So now,
Oh, your hair was down there.
so now I had to go on Amazon and buy myself some scissors. So tomorrow I get to see if I remember how to cut hair.
Of course,
I
she
love
did. It's
it.
like riding a
Because
bike.
now I
sister.
have to fix it.
Oh my
I
gosh,
love
Kiki!
Right,
Look, she's got your
exactly. She's got the
pajamas. She's
fake.
got your pajamas on. See you. Remember those?
Okay,
couple
girls,
ones?
let's take a quick picture because the fact that we have your daughters here is
Wanna do a
so
picture?
special to me. They're looking at what
do
we're
some signs
doing,
with me?
and I absolutely love it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I love it. All right, Jackie, I know you gotta go, babe. I love you. I'll post the recording, so if you want to catch the other half, I'd love to hear from Mel now before we get to work. But thank you for being here. We'll talk soon.
What are you girls all doing tomorrow?
Oh,
Tomorrow I'm
Do
doing
you have
my hair.
workout plans? Do you have
10:30.
power hour plans?
no, I can't
Tomorrow I'm doing my hair at 10. And then Stacey, what time are you going into work tomorrow? 5?
5:30.
5:30.
I
In the
just had
morning?
two people wrote, no,
Oh, I'm like, who does hair at 5:30 in the morning?
Look at Melissa's face. She's like, oh shit.
hairdressers don't work early.
I didn't think so. I was like, wait. I thought we were on the same page here.
When I get home from doing my hair, I'll probably text Stacey and be like, hey, you want to jump on? That's what we've been doing every day. Hey, let's hop on. And then, but I can text you and then you just decide if you want to.
Yeah. Join forces. We usually just text on a whim. We'll go, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's what I've been doing in my challenge group. I've been like, listen, I'm drinking Energize now. I got 30 minutes. If you want to hop on, hop on. If not, and I've been putting it in the chat group too, in case anybody wants to jump in. Tomorrow I think is supposed to be a rest day, but I think I want to adjust my schedule with Lyft because I just started it on a whim because I gave up on 80 day, but it was the best decision I could have made for myself because I am loving life. And Joel's liking all of my stuff.
I know.
We're going to be best friends. I have to befriend his wife so she doesn't think I'm crazy.
For real.
But I'm like, I posted yesterday and I was like, oh, we're best friends and he doesn't know it yet. And he liked it. And I was like, oh, he knows it. Okay, I'm in.
I told Autumn at the retreat, I was like, I think we're best friends. And she was like, somebody was like, Stacey. I go, no, she's my best friend.
Yeah,
we are it. And since then, she supports every one of my posts. Every single one. She loves them and likes them, and we talk on Messenger all the time, and it's weird, but so
that's awesome. That's awesome. Like you said, I started to tear up a little bit when you said I will be on the national wake up call because I said those same words. Like I said those same words to my team. Like I said, I have been a diamond coach. I have had a team of 100 coaches under me. Like I've been there and I gave it all up because it didn't feed my soul. I think I'm still trying to figure out how to get all of those people back to me.
No. You work on you. You work on you and they come back.
Yeah.
Don't work on them. You just nailed it. Your husband did that, babe. I tell you that all the time, babe. And then you just gave the answer. Oh my God, what fuels my soul is breathe. That's your business every day. And if you need someone to remind you of that, give Suzette a call. Get into our new team page and be like, I forgot that I need to remind myself of this. Like, this is what fuels my therapeutic soul. I will do this at all costs. I will grow my team. So I think we just hit some big stuff for you. And it's awesome. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Take it, baby. Yeah. Love it.
Love it. All good things.
With your family.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Mel, I'd love to hear your thoughts, babe.
Oh, she good?
She usually gets a call on her phone and then she'll come back and be like, oh, I was getting a call. You're muted.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Money doesn't drive me for this business, which I said that last whenever we spoke. I don't remember on the other team call, but I have taken into account, and my thought process has been different since I talked to Stacey a few days ago. Yes, you have a job, but it's not a guarantee. They want you to think it's a guarantee. So I've been thinking about that. And also you guys both pushed to say, just start posting, just start being you, and it'll come. So far, so good. I mean, I haven't posted today, but I already have a picture that I took earlier. And I was just like, I was thinking in my head, what am I going to say? So it's just coming more natural because I feel like I see people on social media and it's just like so beautiful and so this and so that. But then I just kind of feel like, okay, well, I really don't have anything cool to say or smart to say. So I've just been making it like, it's authentic, but I don't put so much thought, I guess, as I used to, because I would think and overthink and then do nothing. Do you hear me?
Yes, I was trying to unmute. Sorry. No, I completely hear you on that one. And I encouraged you last night. You're like, I'm going to try to post. I'm like, you're not going to try. I'm like, this ain't hard. Like, no, right? So I celebrate that. And now your job and our responsibility with you is to remind you of that. You get to do the work. You get to do the hustle. Those are the gifts. We could never, like, if we tried to make you do it, we would be disservicing you the gift that comes from that. That's why it's easy to go, I'm not in charge of your, like, it's, if we spent the time like trying to make you do a post, we would not give you the gift. It's the gift. And when we say like, you got, what do you mean you're going to try? I have to, that's me gifting you to wake up. And I hope that if I say that one day, someone goes back to me. That's the boomerang. That's the boomerang, right? So in this circle, we don't let anybody lose. You may get there at a different time than the other person, but nobody loses. We just go, nope, go do a post right now. Oh, wait, you want to go invite people? Oh, go do 3 right now. Let's go. Let's go. And we're done. And we move on and we're with our families. We can, that's why we say we don't handhold. It's not to be cruel or mean. And I'm not talking about you in general, but it's like, we're holding your gifts hostage. We're holding your gifts hostage. That's wrong. It's wrong. I can't, like, I hear you. This, I know it looks like I'm like, do you see what I'm saying, Suzette? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, basically, Mel, she's trying to say, like, if we are the ones that are going to feed you the stuff, then it's not you really being you. You're doing exactly what you need to do. I think it's just about going right back to what we were talking with Jackie. It's about, as you do the process of the business, it's about who Melissa becomes. It's about the legacy that Melissa's leaving. It's not about the income. And I wish I know Jackie's off. I mean, she's still on, but I wish I would have said that. It's not about the income. It's about the legacy that you're leaving. You know what I mean? It's about the impact that you're giving other people. And it could be any MLM, but if you're going to be here, look at the power behind this, where we literally get to save lives, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's a really big deal. And it's not to take away from another MLM. It's just that this is a really, really big deal. There are people dying right now with COVID. You know what I mean? And we have the power to say, that's your wake up call. Like, join us. We do things that are going to make us not only physically stronger, but mentally stronger and emotionally, you know, and we're setting a great example for our loved ones and our kids. And I just, you know, I think that that's where we get lost. We get lost in that. We make it about ourselves. We make it about the income. We make it about the rank advance. We make it about this comparison. She's prettier, this or that. It's not about that. It's about you showing up every day for your business, sharing your journey on social media, because Melissa is going to become a better version by, you know, doing that process. That is, I think, the biggest priceless gift behind all of this. And that's why I'm still here. Because yes, money is a big factor for me right now, that I want to relieve my husband from so much stress. But I could literally go get a job somewhere else as a paralegal, which is what I was doing, or I could go get a full-time job at the kids' school. And this is where my passion lies, because I know that when people come to me, they're going to leave better. I know it, because we're practicing the tools and the habits that, you know, make individuals better. So I think that that's where, you know, we need to focus ourselves, or we have to put our focus on. And regarding the team page, you know, I wish that people would just, I hope that that's going to be the future of the team page, is that, Mel, when you want to add value, you go in there and you're like, hey, I'm here live. This is what I learned today, or this is what I'm going to challenge you, because it should be about everyone pitching in, not just Stacy and I. And I hope that that's what the team page will carry. I really do.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
Does that make sense, Mel?
Love it.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great. I think, you know, you're here. It tells me where you want to be. And I think that if you let go of, you know, the what are they going to think, or the comparison, Mel, I think that you would be a fantastic coach really pursuing this because you're very authentic. And I've always told you, you have a great personality. You always have a smile on your face. Always. Always. People
But
piss you off
again,
and you're
but
complaining
again,
with a smile on your face.
but again, Mel, I know you want to be you in every walk of life. When you walk into a restaurant, when you walk into a pool, a beach, intimate settings with your boyfriend, like you don't want to be reserved in life or restricted because this business will free you of that.
Yeah.
If you make it about it. What if you went from emerald to diamond because you spent that whole month going like, all right, I'm going to be a diamond in 30 days. And during that 30 days, I'm going to take it and I'm going to show people that I'm walking through bloop, fill in the blank. And you use it as a therapeutic tool to grow, break the chain, free yourself, rank advance, earn income, help another person, and save your life. Holy shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like, but again, it starts with you. It's awesome. Like, think about it like that. And I think we just figured out a lot of shit on this call, big time, about how all of us coaches in our team operate. And I know now we will this is it. This is good. This is all good stuff. It gave me a lot of things that I know that I didn't think about how my coaches operate. And maybe if I present it a different way, they'll run. Right? And I think I think you see it. I see it in your eyes. I definitely know Jackie saw it in her eyes and in her emotion. And I was just messaging Susie privately. I said, I think we just learned so much about our team.
And you know what? I'll add that, Mel, the confidence that I would see in you, girl, would, I think, would just make you such a shining star. And it's important because you have a mission and a purpose in this life and you have a great platform to use it. You know, that's what I see. I see that, wow, the confidence that you would get, it's almost like the validation that I think you need because you doubt yourself. And yet I tell you, Mel, you're doing the things. You're not trying, you're doing. So I would only wish that you would just go full force for you, for the confidence that you deserve and the happiness.
Go
See, like, for
for
example,
shattering your disbelief. You have to go into this business wanting to take away your limiting beliefs. Go read my post on Facebook that I just did tonight. Okay. Go read that. I'm sitting in front of my hair salon and I'm talking exactly about this. It will hit the nail on the head. And read it again and again and again. And then I want you to translate it into your story.
What were you going to say though, Mel? You were going to say something.
For example, now I saw that they're giving another CEO code for the challenge pack.
Yep.
That has done this to my head, and then I'm going, oh my God, what do I do? Oh my, so I start to do this and I start to go, oh my God, like panic mode, you know, like the best way I can explain it is like your boat is sinking. Yeah. And you have like one little cup of, like, here, I have like a cup of water and I'm going, oh my God, like this cup is not going to save my boat from sinking. I need like a bucket. I need like, you know what I mean? So then I start to like panic mode. Like, how do I get the, you know, and that's what I do. So then I overthink. And then you were like, does anybody have any extra codes? And then I realized after I gave you my code, I'm like, crap, my mom's account probably had a code and I could have given it to Susie. And then I thought to myself, but wait, if Susie has like, because you're like, I got a new coach, I did this and I did that. And then after I started thinking to myself and I'm like, but wait, if Susie's getting like all these people, what makes me different than Susie? Like I can do this. I thought of those things. So I had never really thought of that before. So I thought, but wait, I can do this too. So like now I'm going to be getting a new thing. But since I'm not really working on, I'm just walking at the moment. But I am drinking the bevy and I am drinking the shake. And today I had a beach bar and I'm getting more into it. And I feel like I am growing. I'm down 2 pounds from Monday, you know? So I am trying, but then I'm thinking like, how am I going to invite somebody to go work out if like I'm not working out? And I know it's my fault. And I have to start and I have to figure out how, and I think that's I think where my problem lies, that I figure out like I would wish that I can wake up in the morning. But again, if you're going to sleep at 2 in the morning, there's no way in hell you're gonna wake up at 5 or 6. It's just
Why are you
it's
going
not
to sleep at 2 in
possible.
the morning?
Because I'm doing other things, or I can't sleep, or you know.
Right.
So
I
I'm
get
I'm
it.
trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at that, like a lot better, and I feel like I'm doing better. Like today was a big accomplishment. Like I washed the floor, like I swept and mopped the floor in my house before I even started work at 8:30. Like that's a big deal, because usually it's like 8:15 and I'm going, okay, I'm getting up. You know what I mean? And like a second alarm is going off, like, hello, you need to go sign in.
Right. Well, it's just a matter of, I think, even if you're just walking, at the end of the day, you are consuming some of the stuff, but Mel, I think that at the end of the day, if you could just lean into something from bod that, you can pass on and say, this is really helping me. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to, force it, but you were doing bar, you were doing amazing.
I know, and then I stopped.
And
And then I
would
was even
you know
doing
what though?
videos and everything.
But here's the deal. Wait. Stop. Where the gift is here. Why did you quit? Why? Because that's not your first time. So why? Don't you, and you can't just start again, because you're gonna do it again. We have to go back and we have to rewind the tape and go, okay, what is it? Was it an argument? Was it an upset? There's a common denominator, there's a theme. You have the blueprint to figuring this out. Your job in the next time you go back and you look and you get an idea of what the theme is, right? Then when you start the program again and that theme comes back again, you're going to have awareness, and your job for that only program is to just keep going. No weight loss, no nothing, to freaking finish it. So we got to go back and go, okay, wait a minute, before I start another program, I think I'm going to do it again. No, you ain't. Go back and figure it out. The gift is in the going back and getting your data. That's what you got to do. That's a leader. That's smart. That's showing up. If you go back into the group and you go, guys, let me tell you something. I've been quitting on myself, but guess what? I now see them as gifts. Go figure. I've never looked at my failures as gifts. Maybe this time, those things that are bad and those things that are upsets and those things that maybe those are my gifts instead of my curses. People don't think this way. I'm going to teach this whole team this shit. The shit is your gifts. Nothing is to curse you. It is a gift. I eat every single night in the middle of the night. Does it make me quit my Beachbody business? Do you think I don't? I mean, I'm like, there's something deeper and I know what it is, but I'm still afraid to go after it. But I'm okay. I will not quit. I need to listen to it. It's a whisper. It's a gift that goes back 19 years. It will not be gone like that. But you know what I keep doing? I think I'm gonna wake up and today's the day that I'm gonna do it, rather than leaning into it.
Yeah, I agree. I think, Mel, you just got to jump back in, baby.
Yeah,
because at the end
babe,
of the
do
day,
it.
You were doing so good. You felt good. You loved it. You got results. And that is the gift you can give mommies who are silently suffering, girlfriend. It is that deep. You may not,
And failure is
you
when
may
you
not
just stop
feel it.
altogether.
You may not feel it, but girl, there are women that are watching you that are silently suffering, and you are showing them the way on how to make themselves better and how to come out of the dark. So if I were you, I mean, I don't like to push anyone, but girl, you got to get right back in. It's the same message that I tell Jackie. Jackie does work out every single day, but it's the same thing with the business. It could be that light to women who are silently suffering. And I think just people, we forget, we fall into this comparison game, and we make it about us when it is not about us. It's about the world. We have to be helping the world. We do. So with that being said, it's 10:20. I don't want to take more of your time because I don't want you going to sleep at 2 a.m, even though sometimes I do it. But you work, girl, you work full time. Anything else you want to share or add before, I don't know if you even want to stay and hustle, or if you got to go. I totally understand. Whatever you want.
Yeah, no, I do gotta go because I'm still on my boyfriend's house.
Okay.
But yeah, I've kind of had been going back, and there was a time that I was like, okay, like I'll work till 6, but that's it. I'm getting my butt up, and it's just a lot. I tend to overthink. I try to make a plan, and I want the plan to be so perfect that then I do nothing. Because for example, like I would love to wake up early, but then I know like I would love to wake up early, take my Energize, and work out. The problem is that I have to take a pill on an empty stomach, and I have to wait an hour before I have anything in my stomach.
You're
So it's
like
like,
my mom. My mom does that.
so
What's
then
that
it's like,
for?
okay, it's for thyroid.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, if I wake up at 6 and I have my pill, I have to wait until 7. And then I know that the program is only 30 minutes, but sometimes I pause because I'm tired and I don't want to feel rushed. You get what I mean? I don't want to feel rushed. So then it's like, okay, well, the program's 30 minutes, but I'm going to need 45. Like I was doing it when I was doing like the whole run thing. I was doing, what's her name? The run program?
Yeah,
30-day breakaway.
30-day breakaway.
I was doing that in the mornings, and then I was getting like my morning run, which I really liked that. But I guess like my sleeping was better, and but again, sometimes I wouldn't take that Energize, because if I don't want to wake up early enough, then I can't take the Energize, and I just do it without it.
I say you jump back in.
The first day I did my walk great. Yesterday, I was tired, and like I was like, I don't want to walk. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drink my Energize, I'm gonna take my dog, and we're going walking. I mean, yes, did I take longer to walk? Because obviously my dog stops and has to smell everything, of course. But I was like, I don't care. At least I'm getting my steps in.
But you know what? I
instead of the 20
would
minutes.
have played the audio version of 30-day breakaway, and I would have done like a jog, whatever you can. And then you could say, oh my gosh, felt so good. I got outside. I had, Idali's voice in me telling me, because she does a lot of personal development. She starts saying like really good, positive things. And you could have said, it was awesome. I was able to get a jog in, and I worked on my mindset. How amazing do I feel right now? And you could share that. It's finding those creative ways. Even in bar, if you only do 10, 15 minutes, Mel, that's what you do. But you're going to get some mindset work from Elise's words as well. And then you could pass that on in a post. And you could say, I feel so good. I woke up. I'm winning the morning. My personal trainer, or, the trainer Elise said this and this and this. I'm carrying these words with me throughout the day. Hope you guys have a great day. What are you guys doing today that's going to make you better? That's going to serve you. And it's something as simple as that every day. Something as simple as that every day.
Yeah. I tend to overthink, and I want to make things like perfect. And then I read it that they're not perfect. So I'm like, forget it. Since my plan doesn't work out, I just do nothing.
You can't, Mel. It's one life. We get one life, girlfriend.
And every time you do that, I have to ask yourself, how's that going for me?
Yeah.
Right. Nothing is changing.
Yeah. How's it going for me? How's it working for me? How's it serving me?
Mm.
Eventually what you'll come out of it. It's like there's a spell for so many, you've been like this probably since elementary school. So eventually it's a spell that you've casted over you. Literally a wand has been waved over you, and you've built belief into this, and you've built a habit into it. We are sprinkling a little bit of that's not true. Your job is to grow it. Your job is to acknowledge it. Your job is the next time this happens, just acknowledge it. Lindsay Matway says all the time, you know what? If I just press play and I did 10 minutes, tomorrow it's 11.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm very hard on myself. Like,
well, there's 30, a reason
I want to do the
30. Yeah. You probably had to be hard on yourself. If I were to dig back into your childhood, you probably did this to feel appreciated and valued by people that you love so much in your life. And you got to set that shit free. Make your business about setting that shit free. The little Melissa inside of you that's 9 or 10 that knows darn well what I'm talking about. You got to go set her free. Make that about your program. Go find a picture of young Melissa and tape that shit in front of you and work out for her. Then when you want to quit, you're going to look at that little Melissa and go, I'm not quitting on you. Because you know what? You've been quitting on for so many years. I won't let that do it to you, because that little girl's inside of you still. Trust me, she's there. She operates within you. She's trying to serve you and protect you still, but you don't need her anymore. It's your job to look at her and go, I love you. Thank you. But I need to set you free.
Yeah.
That 41-year-old in me, I still have to heal the 22-year-old in me that lost her dad every day.
Mm.
Do it that way.
Yeah, Mel.
Try one program for me, for you that way, and tell me what comes from it.
And then take that message and go
Yes.
share it with the world.
Yes.
Take your mess into your message.
Yes.
Talk about how you struggle with perfection. Talk about that. I struggle so much, but today I wanted to win the day, and I am here, and I'm giving you permission to do it as well, because we are doing this together and you are not alone. Take that mess and turn it into your message, girl.
Could you imagine if
Trust
you did
me,
a post?
Melissa,
Yes.
the gift that you could be giving the world, it's to another level. Again, this is not about coaching, but it is about coaching.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know that I
coaching
have to
yourself?
strengthen myself. I know I have to strengthen myself. So that's why I feel like I'm not there yet. You know what I mean?
Stop saying that. You are there, honey.
You are
No,
right here, girl.
But that's the problem, because, for example, I am a planner because I am a perfectionist. Like, it goes hand in hand.
Me
But
too.
there's nothing-
You
know?
gotta let that go, Mel. That's not
Listen.
serving you.
If you want to be perfect by being imperfectly perfect.
What time do you need?
If you want to be perfect, stay perfect, but work on letting perfect be imperfect. Meaning, being perfect is sharing it all, doing it all, right?
I struggle with that big time. Like,
It's your
I got
gift.
married. I got married young, and
Yeah.
I planned out like this whole vision I
Planned
saw
your
for
life.
myself. It
But I
didn't
want you to
happen that
write-
way.
Mel,
So
you
I
need to
struggle
write
because
down
now
every-
I'm sitting here at 37, almost 38, and this is not the life that I designed for myself. So that's why
Okay.
I'm always like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. And I'm not living up to my own expectation, because life, what I thought would be at 19, clearly is not what it is now at 37, you know?
Yeah, but
And I
everything that's happening
struggle.
for you is your gift. Your struggle, okay, you're allowed to struggle. Okay, you're allowed to make it perfect. Don't change any of that shit. Don't change any of it. Don't change any of it. But use it for growth instead. If you're going to compare, keep it, right? Let it anchor you. Every time that I compare myself, like to Susie, for example, if she's got a higher Success Club point than me, right? And it brings on a little, inside of me, I go, wait a minute. Okay, I'm comparing myself. However, if it's going to be in me to compare, what if I used it to compare like joy within? Like, why don't I use it for good? So don't try to remove it. Try to use it in a different way. If you want to be perfect, use it in a different way. If you want to say you're struggling, use it in a different way, because the ways that you've been using it aren't serving you. So no one's asking you to get rid of it. Use it in a different way. Start saying, every time you say those things, my struggle is my gift. My story is my gift. It's so hard. It's my gift. Just start saying it. Just start believing a different script, right? You will do it, but the secret is this. If you show up in the challenge group and you work your butt off on a non-scale victory, you will see a shift in the things that you want. But that's why we say, you know how many people don't show up in a challenge group? I got more people that don't show up in a challenge group than do. And guess what? They'll be out the door in 4 months. And I know that. You know why? Because I've been in it too long. And that fuels me to stay and drive harder. I could follow them. I'm sure it's easy. I don't want easy. I want the gift. The gift is the hard. Give me the gift. Give me the gift. I'll take it and I'll receive it. You can do that too. Adopt that mentality.
Yeah, Mel, and you'll be attracting the things you want if you lean in. If you really just say, I'm going to fight for me. I am going to fight for me. And you will see how you will attract the things that you want, because I know what you want. You and I have had conversations. You will attract those things, my friend. And at the same time, there's so much power in your imperfections right now, because you're giving women, that relatability. You're giving women the feeling of like, oh my gosh, she's struggling too, but she's doing it. And I need to too, So you've got to lean in. You've got to embrace your imperfection, turn your mess into your message, girl, and give yourself the gift of confidence and just, the growth that is going to attract the things that you really want in life. Promise.
Thank
Lots
you,
to think
ladies.
about tonight. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for sharing. So I'm gonna turn off the recording. We've been at this for an hour and a half, and I don't want to take more of your time. Mel, I know, again, if you gotta go, because I know you're your boyfriends, go ahead. But thank you, girls, for being here tonight. I hope that the ones that didn't attend catch the recording. I think it was a very powerful call, and I am so excited for what the future is gonna bring. For our new team page will be effective in May. Stacy and I are gonna plan it out this week. I'm so excited. You guys, we
Is it
love
going to be
you.
Wednesdays? from
It's
now
still
on?
gonna stay, yeah, the calls are gonna stay Wednesday, but starting in May, we're gonna have a new team page in Facebook. So
But on Wednesdays, meetings,
the meetings are
meeting
always
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. We're just
Got
talking
it.
about like a team page in Facebook
Got it,
that
got
we're
it.
gonna have her coaches, my coaches, and it's not gonna be divided. Even though she's Team Believe Nation and we soar together, it's just gonna be adding value and doing life together. That's what we want. All right, I will press stop, and Stace, you can stay on with me. Mel, love you. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon.